sorry, this high relative to this high was a big signal the market would come down. I mean, obviously we know what happened. This is virus related, but at the same time, this type of divergence is not necessarily good technical-wise for the market. We are also currently seeing the same type of divergence now, where we have this big uptrend, RSI level, a consolidation period, and then a push a little bit higher. This is only like 1.5% higher, but the RSI is much lower. So it just means that this move lacks the momentum as the previous move. This isn't like a major signal for a sell-off, but it is something to keep in mind. I want to look at a higher time frame on the NASDAQ too. So the NASDAQ kind of right now is our god market in a sense because tech stocks are basically carrying the entire SPY. So the NASDAQ might be a little bit better thing to take a look at. This month is about to close out, and one thing we note is last month it basically hit the same high as the previous all-time high. We push higher, and now it seems to be fading a little bit. We should probably look at a little bit lower time frame. We're looking at 5-year weekly, or I guess 3-year weekly, something like that. So we have these moves up. That's actually interesting. All that selling wicks right here, lower volume, a push above, and high volume this week or last week, and it fell down. It might see a little sell-off back to like the 120 levels, back to retest the support. I mean, I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I just like looking at these broader overall markets to gain a grasp technical-wise. Look at silver and gold and stuff, and silver just keeps moving up. We're still looking at a weekly time frame. Look at the months. Like it just did not pull back at all. We had like a 2-day consolidation period, then a massive jump up. It actually this morning fell off like a lot. Dropped like 12%. Switch shot up after hours, maybe 7% again, and then dropped off, but it got bought right back up. Looking at this on a larger time frame and looking at what the world is doing, or the U.S. is doing, from a fundamental point of view, just printing the money. The rush for silver is here, and relative to the price of gold, or XAU, we're still looking at a pretty big move up in the price of silver. I'm already pretty positioned well. We've been talking about this for months, or at least I have. Actually, I've been talking about this since like back here. What is this? 2019. That's when I first I caught this move, and then I lost some money because I was over positioned. But anyway, it's moving up. Look at gold. Gold is doing the same thing, just hyper accelerating, 10% in like a week or 8 days. That's incredible. I've actually moved a lot of my position in gold into other companies because I don't like holding ETFs. So KL is the new one I'm moving into. We do have earnings. This 30th earnings is going to be a crazy day for me. I got KL, NEM as well. A lot of my money is in KL, or KL and NEM. And if one of them reports, so if NEM reports bad earnings, that might drag down the sector of the miners because it's such a heavy market. What's GLD doing? They have earnings later, but I don't anticipate they're going to miss earnings. If the price of the asset they sell and mine and produce is increasing like exponentially, I expect their returns to be good. Since their earnings, though, they have increased like 15%, so hopefully nothing too tragic happened that might drag down the price too far, but in the long run I think this is fine. One thing I noted too, this is the all-time, is it the all-time high? No, that's the all-time high. But they attempted to break this level here from the high of May 19th, and it came down and tried to go above. It failed, and then now we're at like exactly that price. So if it shoots above, it'll probably just jump to 71, and then from there it might attempt to break. I don't think it will this first attempt unless earnings are really that good, but that's just we'll see what happens in the future. 3M reported today. They didn't do too hot. Lost a lot of money today, or not a lot. It's like 4%, but it's a big position in my portfolio. Kind of sad about that, but it's not that bad. My average price is still decent, and the dividend in this company is good. We're looking at long-term time frame. Disney, I think I took some shares off. I don't remember when. Maybe yesterday, 2 days ago. I guess that was Sunday, so yesterday. This feels like dead money, all this money in here. It's not moving, not doing anything. I can put it into something, or I can just have it on standby, so when something does happen, I'm ready. Anyway, I'm looking at, AA, we traded this, some big move back here. I don't even remember, to be honest. Like, maybe it was this move, but it's still holding this price level from back there, you know? And I'm thinking it wants to retest this $14 level. And if it shoots above, you know, we got the price target. I mean, maybe a little bump in the road at 14, but, you know, like $16 in maybe a week or something. That might be something to keep an eye on. The AMD trade went amazing. I got out yesterday on this candle. Didn't like that hammerhead looking thing or shooting star or whatever. Earnings are after hours. Market closes in an hour, so we'll see what happens after that. But it doesn't matter to me. I'm no longer in the trade. I didn't want to take that risk. Apache, I just thought this was kind of interesting. They report tomorrow after market. I don't know, but I'll play the volatility maybe in this. I guess in 2 days from now, not tomorrow. ASM is on penny stock. I might end up just dumping some money in if the price is right, and just again play the gold and miners and stuff, because this thing is very, very volatile, and in the gold mining market, like, you can make some good quick money, but it's kind of just a gamble. But you know, FSM, I did not take any position in. KCG or KGC, it's still moving up to this like $11 price target we put on, or I put on back here. Did not get in. Oh wait, did they report? They report tomorrow. Alright, they report tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Neo is consolidating, fell down, you know, as usual. I remember the idiots back over here, they're saying, oh, like $25 Neo, like where'd you get that price target from? It's on Instagram and stuff. Bro, I got slapped. It's probably gonna consolidate again here, maybe to retest 1360. But to me it looks like it's got a little ways to go. Look at this, like no volume, really heavy volume at the $10.50 level. So Neo at these $10.50 levels, or $10.75, is probably a decent buying opportunity for me. Might not trade this, but if it definitely gets to these like $8 levels or something around here, I might highly consider taking a small position in the event of a trade, just to bounce between price levels. I do like how all the action and volatility is around this, or around electric cars right now. And it kind of mirrors Tesla, except it's a lot cheaper and easier to trade in and out of shares, in my opinion. I mean, this is still very easy to do, but this high price tag limits the number of shares I can get. Pfizer, I sold out of it the day before earnings. I just didn't want to be a part of it, and it did pretty well off earnings, about a 4% rip. Their dividend is in 2 days. It's about 4%. I think I had the price around here, so $36 at a 4% yield. But again, I didn't want to have the risk. I wanted to have the cash on hand in case something happened. I'm still watching TD. Their PE is still kind of cheap, and their dividend yield, I think, is still like 5% or something. Not really a big fan of how the banks are in position right now. However, I think this company is the one I want to go to for trading banks. See what happens. And again, we're just looking at some Tesla and stuff. There's probably a lot more stuff that we can look at, but for right now, that's all I'm looking at. I'm pretty set with gold and silver miners. All my risk is being allocated to these areas, or I guess risk and investments. There are probably some more earnings later in the week. I'm just going to play it day by day. I'm not going to get too fancy. I do think overall earnings will be better than expected, even though the earnings itself are not going to be good. But I don't really want to be a part of some of these earnings. I know McDonald's reported today. They are down 2% right now. I want to see McDonald's back at these like 150 levels. It'd be a good company I want to invest in. But they have so much leverage, it's insane. But in this type of market environment, it might even just be fine. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, that's today's little market recap. Actually, let